Hello and I welcome you to my video classes on water governance and water policy. So today we are mainly discussing about legal registration of water users associations, right? So here we already discussed in last video lecture. It is what transformation of irrigation management transform and policy and activities. So in that we had discussed that government agency is transferring its responsibility to water users, right? So here it is what one type of water users, and here they are transferring legal registration, legal aspects and as well as responsibilities of management and activities to water users associations. So now we'll understand how to make the legal registrations and even what you mean by water users association. So myself Vishwanath, our team, and today mainly we are discussing about introduction part and Societies Registration Act 1860, eligibility criteria and functions of water users associations, right? So now here why what is the need of water users association? Why? Because participatory approach is a crucial for management of irrigation projects for conserving and optimal utilization of resource. So here it is what participatory means what, once upon a time it is what thought that we have to make the control and command management approach, but now we have to go with the cooperation with the users. So that's what participatory approach of users, right? It is a crucial for management of irrigation projects for conserving and optimal utilization of resource. It is what optimal utilization of resource. Why? Because we know even though we have a more population and we have a less resource, so with the help of less resource we have to go for management, right? We have to go for like no less water, more cropping. That's what optimal utilization of water resources is very important. For that, participatory approach is a one method where you can get a good result. So next is participatory irrigation management, PIM, participatory irrigation management. It is what called one of the major, right? So it is what participatory irrigation management refers to involvement of irrigation users in all aspects of irrigation management at all levels. So here it is what participatory irrigation management. It is what irrigation users has to participate in all the levels. All the levels means what, from planning to execution. After that execution we have to go for management, all the activities whatever involved, and it is what all the levels, right? Next, we'll get to know what you mean by water users association, right? So here it is. Water users association is a cooperative association of individual water users who wish to undertake water related activities for mutual benefit. So here we have like no we had, and we know how to make the societies, right? For financial societies we have many cooperative societies, right, who are managing like no by their own, even though they will come under the government rules and regulations, but not completely, right? Only it is what rules and regulation will be framed by government, but remaining activities management, and even they can make their own rules and regulations, right? So that is for financial management. So here also, to manage the water resource, even government is making the legal aspects, and even they are giving the like no us even they are giving some even they are making some motivation to make the water users association same as financial cooperative societies. The only change is there we are managing the finance resource, but here we are managing water resource, right? And main is mutual benefits, right? So and then all the activities will be taken completely by users association members. So here the specific nature of service that a water user association provides will be differ from place to place. See here there is no like no we have to make these kind of activities and it is uniform in throughout all the places. No, it is actually it depends on the requirement of the water users association, and even it depends on the resource, right? So where less water availability, then they will go for different activities, and if it is more water availability, then they will go for different aspects. So based on their requirement and based on the geological historical importance and geographical importance and local importance, they will make their objectives. It not mean that uniform objective will be same for all the places. Next is the process of formation of Water Users Association as a vehicle for better irrigation water management. So here it is what we are using Water Users Association as a vehicle, but for which what purpose of we are using the vehicle? For better irrigation management, and now country is going towards the Water User Association. Why? Because they want to reduce their burden, right? We know how government is busy in all the activities. Government is not only busy in like no water resource management. It has a multiple role, multiple aspect, and multiple activities. So now gradually government is reducing their burden and they are going towards the main users. And if they involve the people in activities, so they may get a better better results. So that's what even bottom people, they want to give a responsibility and they has to feel they are managing, and even their involvement will be good when they are giving some authorities, right? So we had discussed in last lecture irrigation management transfer activities policies, right? So there you can understand. So next, now we'll go for understanding of Societies Registration Act 1860. So it is what? Societies Registration Act 1860. So it is what? Just be careful, it is 1860, not 1960, right? So it is very old rules and regulations is there, right? So the Society Registration Act 1860 is a legislation in India. It is in India. It differ from place to country to country. So many countries, they will make their own rules and regulations, and within the country also many states they are making their own rules and regulation. Why? Because water is a state subjective in India. So then even state government, they can make their own rules and regulations. So that's what, it's not uniform throughout the country and even worldwide. So it depends on the individual countries. So in India, we are making it is what? Under Societies Registration Act 1860 is a legislation in India which allows the registration of entities generally involved in benefit of societies. What is the main importance? Here they will give a registration, right? Registration of uh, entities generally involved in a benefit of society. Main importance is what? That society is involved in benefit of the society, means benefit of the people who are getting the mutual benefit. It may be education, it may be health, or it may be employment, or it may be scientific, or it may be another activities. And main important is that should be benefit of the society, benefit of society. Right. So next, the Indian Society Registration Act 1860 was enacted under British Raj in India. Right. It is what? British Raj. Why? Because India got independence in 1947. Before that, we had a British Raj in India. So in British Raj, we had this act, and but gradually still, but is largely still in force in India today also. So here, even though it is what it was adopted in 1860, but till today we have a same rules and regulations, right, under Society Registration Act. Under Act, under the Act, society may be formed by way of a memorandum of association. So here society will be made by the action of memorandum of association by any seven or more more people associated for any literature, scientific, charitable purpose. Right here it is what? The society or association will be registered under the government as per the Society Registration Act. But here is condition is what? Any seven members, minimum what? Seven or more people associated for any literature, scientific, charitable, our main intention is what? Benefit for the societies, right? Even NGOs, right? So here it is what? They can make by memorandum of association. The memorandum of association has been filled with a registrator of societies, right? Here there will have some person, and that person, he will take the responsibilities of registration, and even we can make registration with the registrator of societies. So here memorandum has been a member and the memorandum has to contain the name of the societies. Here memorandum has to contain name of the societies, its objectives, and the names, address, and occupation of members of the governing body, and whatever name it may be called. For example, water users association, even they can go by their own namings also. There is no need that only one name has to go like water user association. Even they can give regional names also, right? And duly signed for consent by all the members for forming the societies. Even all signature has to be made, a signature of all the members who are making the society. A copy of rules, regulations. Here it is what? A copy of rules and regulation of the society. So here it is what? We have to make own rules and regulations of water user association. Right, I will repeat. If you want to make a registration of water users association, it has to be made by memorandum of association. In a memorandum of association, it has to contain the name of the society, its objectives, names, address, occupation of all the members, and whatever name in future they want to rename that also, and even signature of all the members, right? And even it has to make the attachment of rules and regulations of the society, also has to fill along with the memorandum of association. Means with the association memorandum of association, they has to make their submission of rules and regulations. And if you want to make a registration, there is a fees of 50 rupees, right? If you want to make registration of water user association, has a fees of 50 rupees, and even it is given the state permission. They can change time to time, and even they can make the change of whether it is a monthly or whether it is a yearly or whether it is a other things. It has given free hand to states, and even government can make changes. As of now, registrations is a fees of 50 rupees, right? So now some eligibility criteria. Why? Because it is a general society registration act is what general, but if you come for water user association, the main eligibility criteria is the every water users association and its members must be within a command area, of respective irrigation scheme. For example, if it is a river, right, it has some area, this area, and here you want to make a registration of water user association, all the members should be within this command area of the river. That is what one criteria or eligibility criteria, where they want to make registration and where they want to use the water, they has to belong to that area. Next, some functions of water user association. Here many functions are there. The main functions, core functions, and here some of the core functions are: one is acting as an interference between the farmers and the main system management. Here it is what? Acting interference between farmers and management means even government is involved in this, so that water user association had to be act between farmers as well as the government officers. Next is the work of water distribution and operation and maintenance of irrigation and drainage system, collect and assessment of water charges and other user charges or special charges that water user association may levy. So here it is what? It has the duty of water distribution and interference between the farmers as well as government, and even it has the assessment of charges time to time, and even collection of charges, right? And even special charges. Why? Because they required for future management work for leakages and other activities. Next is a resolution of local disputes among the members. For example, we have many members. Among the members, they have different opinions, because it is what quite common as per Gandhiji, that Gandhiji told that he is never seen two persons with the same opinion. Definitely there will be different opinion among the members, and that different opinion has to be solved, and as well as the conflict between members as well as non-members. Even we have some command area, within that some people will be member and some people will be non-members. So even has to conflict has to be solved between members as well as non-members. Next is design and construction of new works as well as rehabilitations of canals and structures. Here it is what the future changes. For example, now we taken some activities, but it also requires some other structures that future construction also has to be taken care, as well as the rehabilitation. Rehabilitation means what? Actually, it means that if the structure has some repair work or some changes, for example, some plastering work is required. That is what some. If it is some after making some repair, they are giving some different look, not different look, like some changes, right? But the structure is existing structure. In existing structure only they will make some changes, right? And even for some other requirements, cooperating with other water users association to form federations of water user association to take over a large use. For example, right, we have a we have a country, and we are going with the cooperation with other countries. What is the main importance of cooperating with other countries? Why? Because we want to go for more activities, and if you have good cooperation between different countries, then we will get help in a difficulty conditions. So here also we are making cooperation between different water user associations. Why? Because sometime water may be available in some water user associations and sometime it not, right? So that's what, to make it more cooperative and more utilize more optimal use, and here we have to make the cooperation between other water user associations, right? So here I think you understood, and if you want to if you want to go for more studies and if you want to improve or more knowledge about water user association, you can refer these links, so you'll get in detail. So one is Society Registration Act 1860. Here it is about link, and even how to establish a water user association and role of water users association in irrigation management. These are the main three. So you will get more sufficient knowledge from these references. So thank you for watching this video.